Everyone, the next part which you all are going to study now is the deep classification of natural resources. Now you all have already studied different types of natural resources like land, water, minerals, etc. Okay, those are the classifications, the depth classification of these renewable and non-renewable resources only. These all are related to each other. So now let's study what is renewable, non-renewable and cyclic resources. So the first one is non-renewable resources. Now the non-renewable resources, they are formed in the deep crust of the earth. That is, they are formed in the lithosphere. I have already explained what is lithosphere in the first chapter, and they were formed over millions of years ago. Okay, so this basic definition which I can give you all, that it is a natural resource which cannot be produced, grown or generated, and once it is used up, no more resources will be available for the future needs. In other words, you can say that it is a substance that is being used more quickly than it can replace itself. Now I have already told you all that it is generated in the lithosphere over millions of years ago. So you all can imagine that whatever minerals they took millions of years to form will require that much amount of time again for the new resource to be produced. We are not having that much amount of time, and the pace at which all these minerals are being used up, you all know there will be a time when this will become extinction, when these resources will come to extinct due to the pace or the percentage of how it is being used up nowadays. And it is pretty bad because the population is increasing day by day, people are using vehicles, so they required fossil fuels, they required minerals for daily usage. So that is one of the drawbacks, you all can say, of non-renewable resources. Now there are many types of non-renewable resources. Some they cannot be renewed, and some are resources which can be renewed. Okay, like fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, natural gas, these are the example of non-renewable resources. Okay, but your timber is also a fossil fuel, but it comes in the category of renewable resources because we can use it again. Timber can be used again in different forms. Okay, now the next important point is certain problems are there in this non-renewable resources. So the problems are what, that these resources, they are once used up, they remain on the earth itself. After the usage is done, they remain on the earth in a different form. Okay, if it is recycled, then it is okay, but if recycling is not done, then it will become a waste, which the resource will be of no use. So this is one of the problem of non-renewable resources. The second problem of non-renewable resource is that the end result of the fossil fuels, the end product, whatever we are getting of the fossil fuel, they are in the form of heat and mechanical energy or chemical compounds. Means they are a certain output we are getting of these products. Fossil fuels, once used, we are getting output of that in different form. Either it can be in form of heat, it can be in the form of mechanical energy or reactions, chemical reactions. Okay, now after the product is used or this compounds or this end products are generated, what is happening, it cannot be formed again. This is again the main problem. Once it is converted to a different form, we cannot use it over and over again, or that same format cannot be formed again. So this is one of the example. Now you all know crude oil, natural gas. Okay, all these are processed into the products that can be used commercially. After usage, what they are doing, if not recycled, they are creating pollution only. The atmosphere is getting polluted due to no recycling procedures. So this is what non-renewable resources is all about. The next resource which we are going to study is renewable resource. Now what are renewable resource? Let's talk about it. You can say that it is a resource which is replaced naturally. In other words, it means we can use it repeatedly and they never runs out. Example of renewable resources can be oxygen, fresh water, solar energy, timber. I have already explained that timber is a fossil fuel which is in a renewable format. Okay. Now these resources can become non-renewable if more is used as compared to the production rate. Means although they are renewable, but if they are used more than the production rate, there are chances that it can become non-renewable, but for a temporary time period only. Okay, let's talk about I'll give you one example. If underground water that is stored in the aquifers, I have already explained what aquifers is. In ground level there are pores and holes between the soils and rocks in which the water is stored in the ground level. Okay, if that water gets used up pretty fast before the new water replacing it, means before the rainy season the ground level water is used up. Okay, is used up totally. So what will happen? There will be a temporary condition arised which can be drought. Drought is a temporary condition leading it to become non-renewable. But as soon as rains will be there, the water will be accumulated. Again, the water will get stored in the ground, and then again you can have the ground level water. Okay. Next example can be trees. Trees are the good example. Okay, if trees are cut down, although that is a bad thing, cutting down of excess trees, they can regrow from the seeds and the sprouts. Okay, another examples are the animal. Baby animals are born, they are grown up, and when they grow up they replace the older animals that die. Okay, then air, water are also the example. Water can be recycled in different ways. Sun and wind energy is also renewable resources. Now one important point which distinguish between renewable and non-renewable resource is that the renewable resources, they also can extinct, they also can become non-renewable, but the time period is shorter as compared to the non-renewable resources. Again I'm repeating, it's like, now see, the renewable resources, okay, they can regrow and can be replaced, they can regenerate. All the renewable resources whatever I am talking about, like trees, water, they can be regenerated or regrown, and the time period required will be a person's lifespan. It means around 70 to 80 years, max 100 years will be required for the resource to become available again. Whereas in non-renewable resources, it requires millions of years for regeneration. You are understanding the difference? Renewable resources, when used excessively, can also become non-renewable, but they are non-renewable just for a shorter period of time till it is generated. It requires 80 to 100 years for generation, whereas the older one, the non-renewable resources, it requires millions of years for generation. Now these renewable resources, they are also having certain drawbacks, like if we are using the water continuously, again the water will be temporarily unavailable till we are getting rains. Okay, after getting rains we'll get some water levels, so that is one temporary problem. Then next is some species are extinct. Why they are becoming extinct? Because the hunting is done on a larger scale as compared to the babies which are born, and that babies will grow up and the species will not come to extinction, but for a temporary period of time those species will not be available. Now forest, if forest is destroyed completely, it is going to take, trees are going to take amount of time to be regrown, but till that time we are going to face certain issues. But if temporary trees are cut down, they are going, if we are growing trees, it will require its time to grow. Okay, but in between that time we are going to face certain drawbacks and effects of cutting down the trees, because trees are not there, then the atmosphere balance will not be proper, heat will be generated more, it has a temporary effect on the greenhouse gases, which in turn will have effect on the human health. Okay, so these are what short term, you can say short term losses which we are going to face if these renewable resources are not used properly, means the rate at which they are being produced should be used at that rate only. If you are crossing that limit, then these resources can also become temporarily unavailable. So it is but obvious in hands of the people in the organization or the country, or how to use these resources. Okay, so this is renewable resources. The third and the last resource is the cyclic resource. Now, cyclic resource means was what? The resource which can be used again and again, passing through some process, are known as cyclic resources. Okay, like water. Water is used, means we are using the water becomes dirty, it goes through certain process, whole recycling is done, and clean water is again generated. So this cycle is continuously followed. Okay, and this is what we can say cyclic resources. In non-renewable resources, I have already told you all that non-renewable resources, once used, they are converted into a certain format, and if we are not recycling that format and not using the recycled one, then that non-renewable resource becomes a waste. So recycling is a very important process, okay, because we are using again and again the same resource for different purposes, and this comes under cyclic resources. Once again, I am repeating, it is a process in which the resource is used again and again, passing through a procedure. Okay, water is the example, and in this it is like a loop where we can use the resource continuously. So these were the three types. The first one was non-renewable, second one was renewable, and third one is the cyclic resource.